Good morning, New Zealand. Hope you're having a good day and week and month. I'm going to be doing some example solves with M2 Orozco for 3 blind. Uh, so let's get into it. I will do all the correct algorithms this time. Okay, let's check I did this scramble correct. Yep. So I will be doing the correct algorithms for Orozco and I'll be pseudo swapping. So start with corner memo, trace from here. I'm going to use steps. If you don't use steps, then you can just trace yourself, I guess. So BWRF. Oop, that's wrong. RF. X, that's our buffer. And we just have a 2 swap here, so we can memorize P and LP. Oh, I didn't separate those. There's like a separation here. Okay, so we don't have parity, so we don't have pseudo swap, so trace edges, JHLO, XMND, QS, that's our buffer, and we just have UF swap. I mean UF flip, so you could just visualize that if you wanted, or you could do CI or IC. But I just trace QS, QS, and then IC. So now we can start execution. Edges, let me put this so you can see it. So J, H, we can do this setup if we want, or we could do that. L, O, X, M, N, D, Q. Ooh, there's probably a better algorithm for this actually. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the Q algorithm for M2. Just watch the JPerm video, I guess. I'm gonna do the bad setup because I forgot it. And then S, since S is second, we can do, we have to do I instead. And we just have our flip now. So you could do a flip alg, or you could do I, and then C, but since C is second, we have to do W, which is, cool. Corners. So our first target is B, so we do nothing. For W and V, I would just memorize these as algorithms. I never learned these intuitively. But if you really wanted to, the insert brings W up to here. And since W is second in the pair, we need to bring it to the buffer, which is currently here. So we need to move the buffer first, then do this insert. And then U, and then undo. There we go, that solves our pair. R, so for R, we need to shoot R to the buffer, to the helper, I mean, because it's first in the pair. You can set up like this, and now the helper's here and the buffer's there, so insert R, swap, undo, undo, then do that. For F, we can again set up with an R2, except we can cancel because F goes here. Because it's yeah. Hold on, that's not true. I'm wrong. Never mind. We can't cancel yet. F goes to the buffer, which is at the back here. So to bring it forward, insert, undo, undo, and then we can cancel with our setup move. For X, you should do R prime B, and X is over here now. This is the helper, that's the buffer, so you shoot it to the helper. We can bring X to the buffer like the D prime, but we need to insert the helper there first because that's how orozco works. So insert, interchange, undo, undo, and undo the setup move. Next for P is second, so we insert it up to our buffer. Next for L, you need to insert it here, and you should do it like this by bringing the helper here and then doing a D setup into P. And finally, our last letter pair is P, which we need to insert to the buffer. And that's it. Okay, next scramble, hopefully it has parity. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Yeah, okay. So, memorizing corners first. This is Q, T, P, E. And H, G, F, and that's our buffer, so that's it. So we have parity, so we'll be pseudo swapping these two pieces. So trace edges, this is F, R, and now this would be I, but since we pseudo swapped, this is actually M, because these two pieces are swapped. So we have F, U, M, W. J, oh, that's our buffer, so we can cycle break to A, G, E. Now this would be M, but since we swapped the two pieces, it's now I, T, O, Q, and that's where we cycle rogue. So that should be it. Yep, no flips anywhere. So now we can start execution on edges. Is this gonna work? Yeah. So F. Ooh, I really screwed up something, didn't I? Why did I write U? Use our buffer. This is supposed to be R. Yeah, I don't know why I wrote that. This is clearly F and R. Anyway, so F, R, M. For W, it's second, so we have to do C instead. And you can see already after doing M, this piece would usually belong here, but we're swapping it. Next, J. A is just this. G. E. I. Oops. T. O. Q. Again, I don't remember the algorithm, sorry. Swap edges, and these two are swapped. Next for corners, we have Q, and in orozco, when we get Q, that's just this twist here. So for Q, you can imagine the white stickers here, unless it's second, in which case you do N, but it's first. So the twist goes like this. Q, and then undo both of those. For T, we want to insert it up here, and we can easily insert it up to our helper, like this. So we want to move our buffer there first because we're following the order from orozco. P belongs at the helper, so we move the helper here. Insert P, undo. E, for E, we can do an R2 setup move. And what this does, it brings the buffer over here and the helper here. And so we want E at the buffer because it's second in the pair, so we can actually cancel into this insertion because we would be doing R2, R prime, U, R. So we can just do R, U, R, and that inserts it and does the setup move at the same time. Now bring the helper over, undo, and undo the setup move. Next for H goes here, and we can easily insert it there, like this. G goes here. This is also an easy one. And F is our last target, so if you wanted to, you could do FB and then a J perm, but there's parity algs for these, so here's how it goes. Cool. I'll do one more. So, I should write this. So tracing from here, we get B, V, D, well, okay, hold on, I should specify actually, this is our buffer, and it's already solved, so I cycle broke to B, which you should always try and do in orozco because B is nothing. So B, V, D, and then Q, this is where we cycle broke. Next we need to cycle break again, so we can go to A, T, H, L. And then L goes back to A, so we have parity again. Tracing from here, we need to pseudo swap, so this would be M, but it's actually I, because we swapped those two pieces. So I, and we hit the other one, which is actually B, because we swapped them. So I, B, S, Q. V, G, oh, that's our buffer. So we can cycle break to L, and then P. I don't think this was supposed to be J. Hold on, let me retrace. P, it's an S. Oops. Okay, after P, H, L again. And that is it. So, execution, I, B, and they're already solved, or pseudo solved, I mean. S, Q, once again, we had Q every time, but don't use this algorithm. I just forgot the other one. V, G, L, P, H, L. That should solve edges. Yep. Okay, B, V. So B obviously do nothing. V is another one, is the other one that I would memorize algorithmically. So we want to insert V to the buffer because it's second in the pair. And our insertion algorithm actually does that. So we don't need to do a setup move. So here's how it goes. Next we can do, I mean, it doesn't look like it. Obviously you wouldn't even see it in the solve. You just need to trust me. Next, U to bring the helper to the buffer. And then undo. Undo. There we go. DQ. So D, oh, we haven't had a U phase target yet, isn't B. So for this, you can do R, F prime, R prime. This brings it here. And now it's just P. So it needs to go to the helper, so we'll bring the helper here, insert, do, undo, and undo the setup move. For Q, this is a twist, but it's second in the pair, so we actually do the end twist, which looks like this. You just need to remember that it looks like this, obviously, because you have no eyes. So this is how it goes. For A, we can do similar to D, R prime, B prime, R, and now it's O. So A to the helper. And undo. T, I think we've had this before. T needs to go to the buffer, so we move the buffer to where we insert T. We insert T, move the helper back, undo. For H, you can insert H to B like that. Move the buffer, undo, undo. And for L, we can insert it here. Move the buffer, undo. And A parity, well, A parity is just a Y perm actually, so you guys should know how to do this, I think. Alright. I think that's all I will do today. I hope you guys learned something. Ask in the comments if anything was unclear.